Hi guys, Jeff Clark, Sorcerer's Apprentice. Yesterday I went to an auction literally 2 city blocks away from my house, and I got a crazy haul. If you guys are in the Sorcerer's Apprentice Facebook group, then you heard me squeal that I found an Apple IIe computer, vintage, complete, buried in a closet under a bunch of crap. The auctioneer actually wasn't even going to sell it until I said something. So you're going to see that at the end of this video, and you're going to hear one of my absolute favorite auction strategies. It's really not going to work for everybody, but it's a lot of fun, and I like to use it. So stick around and you'll hear that. But meanwhile, I'm going to show you my auction haul. So I got a crap ton of records here. Not really terribly excited about them. Look through them. It's a lot of junk. Most of this is just going to go to Goodwill. Why do you get them, Jeff? Well, because nobody was bidding on them, so I paid $1 for everything you see here. $1 for all of them. So if I make $2, I double my money, right? There's a couple of these big Reader's Digest sets that I usually do pretty well with. Some interesting classical pieces that might do well. This, one of my favorite authors ever, Isaac Asimov. This is him reading one of his stories, okay? Now, I could not find this record on Amazon, could not find it on eBay. I found a listing for it on Discogs, but no copies for sale. So I cannot find this record for sale anywhere. Other records read by Isaac Asimov have sold for like 20, 25 bucks on eBay, so it'll be really interesting to see what I get for that. That'll be fun. Got several box lots, mostly junk, but again, I only paid like $1 for each one of them. I thought that little vintage tray was cute. The clock's kind of cute. Little razor trimmer with the vintage box and instructions. The Mrs. Butterworth jars, these sell for like 10 bucks a piece, the vintage ones on eBay. And these, oh my gosh, look at these cute puzzles. Play school puzzles, vintage stuff. Isn't that artwork wonderful? I love it. So I'm going to lot those together, and we'll see what those go for. Those should be cool. Also, I got some old, really clean milk bottles I thought were pretty cool. Got a box of lamps. Now, I don't know why I bought these. Well, I know why. I'm going to tell you why, but I hate lamps. I don't even do lamps. I never, ever sell lamps, ever. But the auctioneer was getting really depressed. Nobody was bidding on it, so I gave him $1, and I said, you know what? That was a sympathy bid. And he said, I appreciate it, sir. So I got on the auctioneer's good side. Okay, I got all these books. You see all these books right here from the wall, boxes and boxes and boxes of books. I paid nothing for them except for this box right here. I paid $2 for this. It's a 12-volume set of the Popular Mechanics Do-It-Yourself Encyclopedia. Rank is about $2 million. I'll sell it for 50 bucks on Amazon. The rest of this stuff, like the records, is going to go to Goodwill or to Better World Books. But again, I got all of these for free. Now, a couple boxes here. I've got some hunting stuff and some fishing stuff, gunsmithing. You know, those usually do pretty well, so we'll see what happens there. 2 boxes full of sewing patterns. Oh my gosh, these vintage sewing patterns, you guys, these sell for, you know, $7, $8 a piece on eBay. Every single one, paid $1 for each box. $1. All right, this is really cool. Look at that. Oil painting, The Last Supper. I don't know what I can get for that. The phone I got for free. Rotary telephones, I sell those 25, 30 bucks all the time. Vintage Telechron clock, one very similar to this, recent sold on eBay, 40 bucks. Parables from Nature, Cathedral film strips with cassette. Thought that was pretty cool. Got all these games for $2, all of them. Have not even looked them up, but there's some really cool vintage things here. Toss Across, look at that. Isn't that cool? Othello, I don't even know what Crazy Leg is. It's kind of weird. Anyway, well, let's move on to electronics. Got some cool vintage heaters there. You guys know I always look for typewriters. I paid 20 bucks for this Olympia typewriter, and it will sell for $80 on eBay. Slide projector. Got some cool vintage fans. Aren't those pretty? Broken record player. Don't be afraid of broken stuff, guys. I sell broken stuff all the time. Just discount a little bit and disclose what's wrong with it. Another slide projector. Isn't that beautiful? This TV here, I paid $1 for it, and recent solds on eBay, 60 bucks. Hooray, plus shipping. Got a dual cassette deck. I got a Broxonic VCR, brand new in box. Okay, recent solds on eBay, $30 for used ones. That one has never been out of the box. Really cool. Okay, now this, all of this computer stuff was one lot. Like I said, the auctioneer wasn't even going to sell this stuff. They were just going to trash it. Okay, and I bought all of this computer stuff. Now, I'm going to tell you one of my favorite auction strategies right now. So, when I get in a bidding war with somebody else, that gets the auctioneer excited because that's how they make their money, right? Jacking the bids up. So, I already have a price in mind of what I'm going to pay. Now, you can tell when you're at an auction and a bidder starts to hesitate a little bit, you know they're getting unsure and they're thinking the price is getting a little high, okay? So one strategy I have is never to hesitate, all right? I know my top dollar, and I'm going to go right to that top dollar. Now, you guys watch my videos, you know I'm kind of a loud, intense guy by nature, right? So I use that to my advantage. I got in a bidding war over these computers, right? There was another dude who saw that Apple IIe, and he knew what it was worth. So the two of us were bidding against each other. So the auctioneer gets a bid, and I make laser eye contact with the auctioneer, and I use this loud screaming voice that you hear, okay? And every time the auctioneer points to me, I go, yeah! Okay? That intimidates the other bidder. I'm not kidding, man. They start getting a little hesitant, and I think they actually back out sooner than they would have. So the auctioneer's going, 10, yeah! 15, he gets 15 from the other guy. 15, 20, yeah! 25, yeah, 30, yeah! You know, and I'm doing this kind of stuff, right? So I ended up with all of these computers for $85. That was my total bill. Okay, vintage Sperry down here, recent sold, $150. Panasonic dot matrix printer, recent sold, $90. All right, AT&T vintage monitor, recent sold, $50. IBM 5160, recent sold, $190. Macintosh Performa 475, recent sold, $107. Digital VT102, recent sold, $290. Apple IIe. I'm going to put this together. Honestly, the lowest sold that I saw for Apple IIe was $150 plus shipping. And the more you could put together with it, the more you can bundle it, you know, the higher the value. So I've actually got not only the monitor and the processors, but I've got some software here, including the original flight simulator that came with the Apple IIe when it was sold. Plus, look at this, The Hobbit for Apple II. How cool is that? So I have no idea what that Apple II is going to go for, but dadgum, I think I did really, really, really well here. And I'm going to have a ton of fun listing all of this stuff. So that is my auction haul, and that is an auction strategy you can use if you're a big, intense, loud guy like me, all right? Intimidate the other buyers. By the way, that other buyer that I was bidding against, he's a personal friend. He came up to me, shaking my hand, laughing afterwards. You know, and we talked about the Apple IIe and how much we can get, how much I'll be able to get it for and all that kind of stuff. But because I was responding to the auctioneer fast and loud, the other bidder knew I was not going to back down. And so he backed out. So there is an auction strategy for you that you can use. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Tell me your auction strategies, or just tell me what you're finding in your sourcing.